Hi, I'm Maya, and welcome to our Monday Crochet podcast. Today, we're going to talk about crochet as a hobby or profession. We got some questions from our tribe member on Crochet Tribe, MayaLunaCorazon, and Crochet Conscious Growing Together groups on Facebook. Also about what inspired me and yarn selection. But before we start our conversation, I would like to welcome a new member here on our Crochet Tribe YouTube channel. And if you are new here, I would like to invite you to subscribe to our channel and make sure that you click that little bell next to the subscribe button. This way, you won't miss any weekly videos from me. I'm going to make crochet podcast every Monday, touching on the important subject about crochet, and of course, beautiful original design crochet garment every Friday. All right, let's talk. Hi, welcome back. So happy to have this opportunity to talk to you Monday again. So quick every day, every week. I know right now you perhaps spot on this new top that I'm wearing right now. And also I just spent all my morning to finish this top. But I'm going to show you this later. I'll probably just see already the intro video before. But let's talk about your questions that you left for me last night on Facebook. And about this top, I will upload the video on Friday. Yay! I hope you're excited. And this one is a beginner friendly. Okay, let's start to the first question. Crochet as a hobby or profession? Actually, the question is much longer than this, but I just take I think the meaning of the question that Bita, she asked about how I'm just gonna trying to get the question out or the sentence because I don't have the sentence with me right now. I believe she asked me how if we can really make a living of crochet business or crochet passion. Well, the answer is yes, definitely, but it's also require a hard work. You cannot just, of course, make the piece that you love to make and put all your love into it. Of course, this is the main thing, and it's like should be the first thing that you start your crochet business or your crochet journey. That's how I start my crochet journey as well. But to put only passion and love, that is one main thing. But also to make it work is need a lot of work, and also it have to be something that you have time for it, especially when you do an online business, because online business is all about social connection and how to you have to learn a little bit the strategy of the marketing. And if you sell things on Etsy, to start first you need to also not only to upload things on Etsy, you need to know and to learn a little more how to be notic. I don't even know if I said right this word. How to let people find you, let's say this way. So the social media play a big role here, because if you know many people or many people know your work, then this way everyone start to spread the word. And again, like I said in the last podcast, that in the online business it's so important about photo. You need to make a good photo because everything is about visual. You need to see, and this seeing make you want to buy, make the buyer want to spend money on what you are making. And of course, you can make a living out of crochet because this is what you love to do. Just that you need to take more time to learn about how to connect with the right niche. I think that is a word. I think you need to ask many questions, and one of the question is this product, who you make this product for. Like for me, I start actually for myself because I like to create things that I can wear. So my style is create something that I love to wear. And I just realized that so many people also have similar interest with the clothing style like me, so that I find my tribe. And I think in every niche you have your tribe, so you have to find first what is that you like to make, and from there you find the people that who share the same interest with you, and you connect with them. And also this way you get to know more people. And yeah, if you want to sell online, you have to spend at least one, if you do as a hobby or the side job that you have your regular job, still you have, it depends also how much you serious about it. Like if you just do it for fun, or you really want to make it as your career, then it's a different of the input of timing that you put it in. If you just have like half an hour a day, then the result will also come out different than you put it on 100% of yourself. So for me, crochet is my full-time job. I also actually have another job, although I have another job. I mean, I still treat crochet as my main job, because two jobs that I have is also support one another. When I crochet, when I take the time to crochet, I just give 100% of me in it. And I also now start to put on the schedule which day I will, for example, today I gonna post the crochet podcast video. Normally maybe other people will work different than me. Maybe they record before, but now I'm just recording right here and right now, Monday, 3-4 o'clock. And because I have this project that I'm making, and for me it's fine. I just know the time, how much time I need to do something, and I make a timeline. I don't like to say deadline. I just make the timeline, the time schedule that I wanted to do this today. And in this time of the day, I like to film the podcast, and I just follow up with what I wanted to do. So discipline is very important when it comes to self-employed, because when you go work at 8 to 5 is somehow it's easier, because you just go to work, and then when you come home you don't have to think about that anymore most of the time. But when you work for yourself, you kind of think about it 24/7, even though I try not to do that all the time, because it's good to have the time to rest and the time to spend with your family. But this is how the self-employed mind are, I think, because I also talk with or listen to other people who also self-employed and running their own business. Is all the time you're thinking of how to, what you're going to do, and most of the time also not trying to think of something you outside of yourself. Most of the time the thing that coming to you, and you just have to polish is like the ideas. And you know, like for me, I can only talk on my side that like every day is a new design come to me. When I see something that I like, then I like, wow, what about if I can create this in crochet? And you know, this kind of thing, the idea coming to me all the time. And also after the idea come to me, when I create something, then I also have to think, but how can I do to make people see my work? So then I go to social media, then I go to Facebook, then I go to Instagram. And it's very important that I have a good picture and I have a good message, and everything have to come from my heart. Not that I make it up to get attention, but also I believe when we do something with our heart, the message becomes strong and people can feel it. People have the sense of feeling strongly. And if you can share this message, I'm sure many people out there can relate to what you're speaking. And when you speak from your heart, that's how you connect with so many people. And I think with the crochet business as well, and with everything in our life, either auto business or anything you do, it's not about only business, but it's about how to connect with people directly, and to connect in the level of trust. I know this word is so big, but it's like buying something online. You need to got trust, otherwise you will not just send the money and maybe the thing come or not come, but because you have trust, and then you know that the thing will come to you. Also, the relationship between buyer and seller is very important. If you sell things online, you have to think that the customer service should be your first priority. You have to take the time to answer the question of your customer, and anything that they need to know before they buy and after they buy. for that reason, I also create a group on Facebook, because people who buy the patterns, sometimes they wanted to ask the question, and I just like to provide the space that they can post a picture, and also members in the group, either Facebook or Instagram. But Facebook is more effective because everyone can post their picture. Instagram, they can only come and see my picture. So on Facebook, everyone can post their picture and ask the question. And there's so many amazing members like yourself there and helping me answer the question. And this way, we will create a strong community that people love to hang out and enjoy each other's work, enjoy each other's process of work. And because crochet is not just about the result of what you make, but it's about learn to enjoy in each step, in every step in the process, in the on of creating something is so important, because this is how we learn. When people ask me, how do you come up with the sizing? How do you know what is gonna be hit? And I just have to say, like, I'm not connect with the hit or with the trend. I actually connect with what I like to wear most, and that is directly come from my heart. And I think, like I said before, everything that truly comes from your spirit is speak it on so loud, it have its own voice, and that is how you connect with like-minded, like-hearted, like soul, you know. So that is the answer. And also because now I have convert my shop now almost 2 years to sell pattern rather than finished piece. And I want to go back a little bit when the time I was selling finished piece on Etsy. Etsy was the first platform for me to sell my finished piece before I have my own website, and then I closed my own online shop and turned into a blog after I convert my my pieces, I don't know, finished piece, and to the pattern shop. Let me go back on the Etsy time. I want to say that I was super lucky, and I think when I say, I mean, the word lucky has different meaning. Lucky to me is like you have a purpose in life, you have a goal, what you want to do, and that with many possibility, and that with trust, and that with the hard work combined together and create what you call luck. But actually, luck is not just sitting at home and doing nothing and just thinking that luck gonna happen to you. I don't know, maybe it's happened to somebody, but not as I witnessed myself. I feel that luck is simply the moment that you find what you love to do, and that is how everything starts. So let's go back to the Etsy shop. So when I started the first year of Etsy shop, I didn't sell clothes. I make jewelry, because that time my interest was jewelry. And even though with jewelry, I was 100%, with everything I do, I put 100%, because it's the only thing I feel is work. If you don't put 100% of yourself into handmade or into anything you do, then it's not going to work, because everything is come from you. Everything is start from you. And if you don't believe in what you do, and no one going to believe in what you do. And sometimes people say, but I believe in what I do, and I do my best to make it happen, and it still not happen. I would say that maybe just sit down and break everything down slowly, step by step, and see maybe something is not going the right way. And it's not that if something not working, it will not work forever. When something is not working, it's also an opportunity for us to look into it and find the solution, because life is all about finding the solution. It's not about, you know, create a perfect life, because there's no such thing as a perfect life. Life is all about embrace all the situation that come your way, or people like to say problems, all the situations or problems. That is also part of our journey, and our job is to find the solution to that. So with Etsy in the first year, I was into connect with so many groups. I think they have teams at that time, or still have a team, but now I'm not so active in the team anymore. But the first year I was super active in the team. I try to connect with the team that they have the same interest, or the shop that have similar interest with mine, and we share tips on how to run a better shop, or like a coupon code and this kind of thing. So the first year I put all my energy into that, and I have so many people come to my shop, and that was a very good start for me. Like now, I didn't join any team, and I see that I have like over 3,000 followers on Etsy. I don't know if you know, there's a follower on Etsy. And from there, when I shift my shop from jewelry to crochet, before crochet, I also make upcycle clothing. And I didn't know anything about sewing. But I learned. I feel that you don't need to know everything from the first start. It's just that you know what you want to do, and all the things will come to you if you open yourself to learn, because it's about learning, and life is a big university. It's a universe. So you take time to learn. Like me, I just take time to learn to sew, and I just taught myself to use the sewing machine. And the first year of selling upcycle clothing online and also on the field market here and there in Germany, I able to buy my first sewing machine. And after a few months later, or half year, I don't remember exactly, I bought overlock machine when I start to work with a sweater. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm able to buy my own sewing machine. And after that, my interest also shift again. I start to come back to crochet. As you know, I mentioned in a few podcasts that I start my crochet journey since I was 7 years old. I mean, couldn't say journey, but I think the start point in the school, like you have to learn this in the school, is part of the program. And I didn't like it that time because it's just so boring. You keep doing the same thing all the time and you never finish anything. But I learned the basic thing. I learned how to make chain. I learned how to make single crochet. I learned how to make half double crochet, and I learned how to make double crochet. And that's the only skill I have when I slowly find my way back to crochet again, which was 2014. 2014, and then I start to just keep doing it. I have no idea about sizing. I have to tell you the truth. Now I just embrace this word, a crochet designer. I never have any education of designer whatsoever. When I start to make clothes, I learn from my own side, and the more I do, the more it's become my nature. Just like everything else, when you start to learn, you didn't feel comfortable, but you have to keep doing it. Keep doing it until you feel like, wow, actually it's not that difficult. So the more you do, the better you become. Just like everything else, if you never ride bicycle, you just get afraid, you be scared of bicycle. But as soon as you sit on that bicycle and you ride just straight line, you feel, wow, this is amazing, just like everything else. So if you want to learn to start to design your own garment, I would like to tell you that. I mean, I want to tell you that you should start now. And you don't have to sell the pattern right away. You can just start and just make it for people that you love to give as a present, and see how they respond, or call your friend and just make a weekend of making clothes and trying to fit in each other body. I think that would be so fun. So this is like, don't wait for tomorrow to come to start to do something. If you want to do something, you have to do it now, because tomorrow it's never come. Tomorrow is just the idea in the calendar, and you only have today. And this is my tips. And the answer is yes, you can make a living out of crochet if you put all of this into practice. Bita, thank you for a question. And let's move on to the next one. We don't have so many questions though. And if you would like me to answer in some question, or you have anything that you want to know, you can always write to me and be part of our group. And this way you can leave the question there. Our group is very small, and I like it this way also. I like to see it grow organically and naturally. But you all are welcome to be part of our tribe. I'll put the link down below for you in description box if you want to be part of our group, because when you are part of our group also you will be part of how I can say in English, for example, when I finish the design, I will announce in the group, in my group. I have two groups. One, Crochet Tribe, MayaLunaCorazon, is all about my designs and question that you have about my design. And another group called Crochet Conscious Growing Together is about everyone design. You can share anything there. You can just look onto the file which day you can post the link and which days not. This way it's not full of so many links there. And when I finish some new design, I'm now to looking for a tester, and I only ask the member from these two groups to be my tester, because because I feel like this is where I can connect with you and we can always talk and write to each other. So I love to be in YouTube, obviously, because I can engage with you, communicate with you, and you can see me like this, and I can also answer your question in the comment down below this video and many other videos that I post here. But in Facebook you can engage with me, and yeah, directly every single day I'm there. And also Instagram, I like to post a photo there. All right, let's continue with the question. So Anna asked me, Anna is her name, asked me where I get the inspiration from. Actually, the inspiration comes from everywhere, everything I see. And sometimes I just close my eyes and I start to see something that without seeing. You know, I think it's very important to be able to see without seeing. I don't know if I can translate this to you. Like sometimes I imagine something that like, what would this piece would be? I don't even know how to create it. I just close my eyes and say, I would like to make something like for summer. And then the idea just came. This is like one of the things that I like to do, to just allow my body to communicate with me, or my moods inside of me tells me what is good to make now. And I don't know if this makes sense to you. Like I think like a little child, they have the imagination friends, and I have my, I like to call her imagination because she's so real to me. So I have my moods that I communicate with her all the time. Either I open my eyes or I close my eyes. But when I open my eyes, as I live close to the nature, and even though my husband's like, oh, you have to get out of this room and go to the forest and go for a walk, which I would do after this video. I live close to the nature. We live close to the nature, so I got always the inspiration from the nature. Like when I go to a river, I see a rock, I see the trees, and the colors also come from there. As you see, most of my clothes are natural colors, like brown, green, and sometimes red. It also depends on my mood. Like when I have my moon time, I like to make clothes in red, just like to represent how I feel in this moment. You know, to be a woman, it's just like, for me, it's very powerful because we have different kind of emotions, and I like to work with my emotions together with my craft, with my art, and also with my healing work. If you don't know yet, I also guided meditation practitioner. I put the link above here somewhere, maybe here, for you to check out my author channel, Maya Earth Sky. I also lead and hold the ceremonies for women circle and womb cleansing ceremonies. I do a shamanic journey. I offer a shamanic journey, play instruments, sounds healing, and I sing the medicine song that comes spontaneously through the moment. And this is the main work actually in Germany. And crochet now is more like a therapy for me, that I do crochet when I don't give a class or workshop or ceremonies. I also give a Thai fusion meditation dance. It's like the healing dance. I can also put the link somewhere here for you to see. You know, like love, give love, speak through the heart, look through the soul. What I don't need, I let it go. All the love is for me. So this is like a self-love movement, a self-love dance therapy. This is what I actually do. And crochet is like part of my another healing therapy. So let's get back. Also, I got inspiration from the clothes that I buy from the store or the place or the market. Let me show you this one. Have a look, this top. I got it from a market last last yoga festival, and this is what inspires me to create this one. You see, when I got this top and I was like, wow, it's so cute, I would like to crochet that. And then yesterday I managed to do this, and it's the first piece. I will go back to here and tell you a little bit more about this. So yeah, my inspiration is come from inside of me and my surrounding. Thank you for the question, Anna. The next question is the yarn selection. The yarn selection is, I'm not super expert on this, but I will share with you the way I shoot the yarn that I work with. I think that's the question that you asked me, like how to shoot the yarn that will suit the project that you're making. And for me, it depends on what you are making. For example, I normally don't like to work with acrylic because, as you know, acrylic is not a natural material, it's like a synthetic. But in certain projects, acrylic is the best material to work. For example, with this swimsuit, I put the photo somewhere here, the one piece swimsuit, mermaid swimsuit that I made, the first that and the only, yes, is the word, and the only I have right now is this one, and I use the same material. This is acrylic mixed with cotton, and it's the best material so far that I feel like when it goes to the water and it's dry so fast. Another material that I love so much is Alice Diva Stretch, but I never have chance to make much with that because it's so fine. The yarn is very beautiful, but it just takes so long time. But I have a design mousse high waist bottom. I put somewhere here also the link for you. I have a video tutorial and written pattern. This one I use Alice Diva Stretch, and I really love this yarn. I highly recommend you to use this when you want to make anything that going with water, anything that, yeah, going with water, and something that you like to show the stitch because the material is super fine. So my answer is it depends on the project you make. For example, if you make a top and if you are still new with crochet, I would suggest you not to use so fine material. Like I think DK 8 ply is my most favorite thing to use in this moment because 8 ply is it's a good way to make top or skirt or anything that you want to wear in summer because it's not too thin and it's not too thick. So my answer is to use the yarn, for example, on summer, just trying to use DK or Aran, and that is good for summertime. And also if you're new to crochet, it's good to use this kind of weight for start your project, because if you use too small and too thin yarn, it just make it complicated for you and it take long time. And also if you tangle the yarn, it's just not so easy to, you know, to run everything out and start it again. And also for the skirt, I don't have any skirt pattern, but I know because I make a lot of top for the skirt. If you make a skirt, I think it's good to use the DK yarn because it's not too thick and it would not be too, you know, like bulky looking when it comes to the clothing or garment that you wear every day. I prefer not the heavy yarn because the heavy yarn also is heavy when you wear it, and you will end up not wearing it so much because you don't want to carry just a heavy weight on your body. And me, I don't want that. But it's different when it's winter. So if it's winter, you can use bigger yarn, bulky weight yarn. I want to suggest you to check the yarn weight on Ravelry. I like to go there in Ravelry. If you check the yarn size, yarn weight, and they come all the information that you need to know, you can just go to Google and tap the type of yarn, the weight of yarn, the different kind of yarn. Then they will show you the weight of yarn. They start from like fingering and everything that you need to know, and then study a little bit about that. Maybe click the picture and look, because I actually start to know more about this yarn when I start to work more different kind of project. So I hope I answer your question, and if you still have something that I didn't cover, that you can write to me and I will do my best to find answer for you. Thank you for the question. And I think that's it for today. And wow, half an hour. I didn't want it to go that long. So let's talk about this top a little bit. This is my first piece. So as you see, the armhole is a little tight for me. I mean, not really tight. My husband said like, oh, maybe if it's bigger, I would be more comfortable. So I can already see this line here. But I will make one more. I'm just gonna keep this one this way, because actually, even though I feel a little bit tight here, I still like it. It's not feel like, wow, it's too tight. And I really like the stitch here. You see this very pretty edges here, also on the arm. I will make one more, and maybe many more different colors, because I really love this design. And I'm gonna try to make the armhole a little bigger and see how I feel. Yeah. So that's it for today. This video tutorial is coming on Friday. And if you want to get a chance to be a tester of this design, just come and join us on Crochet Tribe, MayaLunaCorazon and Crochet Conscious growing together. And before I go, one last thing. Today, this morning, I just launched Amazon influencer program, and I just be their partner, and I'm so excited to share it with you, because many of you ask me where I get all the scissors in all my tutorial, where I get the hook, where I get all of this. And now I collect everything that I bought, that I purchased myself from Amazon for you. Just this shop is all about what I love. And also I want to share with you later on. I'm gonna update it, because I wanted to let you know that the big inspiration also that I didn't mention before is to always open yourself for new information, the information that have your pathway or your spiritual pathway, or whatever you would call. But for me, spiritual is something cannot be separate from everyday life that I experience here. So for me, when I crochet, I love to listen to audiobook. I am a member of Audible, and I really think you all should become a member of Audible. And I pay monthly, and I got the super special deal. I put the link there, and I will select the good audiobook that I listen. I mean, all of them are good, and you can also listen the same audiobook like me while you're crocheting. All right, I see you on Friday.